Ooh. Healer's Eternity. Right, Andra's Gift. Still one region we haven't even been to yet. Tell somebody about the plot. Sure. I steal the gem. What is this gem? I steal it and then tell someone about the plot. We got here the slums, the dock, the port. Abandoned house. Gonna find something in here, aren't we? What mischief? Oh, it's addicts. Okay, so they're addicts. Oof. Zvef addicts.
Ready, Watcher.
I'm here. I shall.
Anisk, Kapelain. Damn. So the addicts. I wonder if we can help them. Colfeck's house. Colfeck? Let's see if we can finish exploring the whole of the city today. Colfeck? A youngish elven man squints at you in surprise. You can't just barge into somebody's home like this. Who do you think you are? Who are you? The elf who lives here. Now get out. Okay. Yes, we'll come back to talk to him later for some quests. Sooner. Memories. You see 4 flickering torches, the only sources of light reflecting across 4 tense faces. Harsh words crackle the air between them as they argue about their course, some wanting to return, some wanting to continue. They move step by careful step through the dank cave. Noises pinched and eyes alert. One, a ghostly elven woman, is thrown into the air and onto the ground with a sudden snap, the victim of an unseen trap. The group is surrounded now, skeletal hands reaching from beyond the grave at the intrusion of life in their midst. The group scrambles for their weapons, but too late. The skeletons are already upon them. The fallen elf cracks her eyes open. One of her companions falls, about to be impaled by an ancient spear. An adrenaline floods her system, and she screams into action, moving faster than anyone, just unconscious. Moving faster than anyone, just unconscious, has the right to. Eyes white with fear, she conjures a wall of fire, incinerating the skeleton and providing a momentary reprieve for the party. Breathing hard, they share a glance as the passage is flooded with flickering orange, and they ready their weapons. This time they're ready, and the skeletons last mere minutes before falling to the ground once more. Ventura. Branwen. You see a young woman standing against the backdrop of a wide grassy plain. Her face is all silver and shadow in the moonlight. She looks down at the wooden raft at her feet. An older woman lies on the raft, her arms crossed over her chest and her eyes closed in death. Her face is the same dark grey as the younger woman's, and her head bears the same curving protuberances. But that is where the resemblance ends. The younger woman takes a pendant from the older woman's neck and ties it around her own. The platinum medallion shows a crescent moon engulfed by a curling wave, the symbol of the goddess Ondra. The young woman pushes the raft from the grassy beach and into the tide. She stands in the surf and watches it disappear, a silvered tear rolling down her cheek. This whole place is called Ondra's Gift. Ondra is the god of the ocean. We weren't even at the door when we heard the wailing. Turned and ran back. Huh, I heard about that. Did you tell Nia you quit? No. Commoners talking. I want to know more about the King of Adir, the Fekenyon. In the books they just keep mentioning the Fekenyon, the King of Adir.
There's something ahead.
Wanting these Ingwithan artifacts. Don't know his name, don't know how long he's been on the throne. Don't really know much about Adir.
I'm here.
Know more about the map of the world. Have we seen a map of the world yet either? I want a map of the world. Like, learn more of the geography of this place. Camping supplies in here. Nice. Dorwina. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at attention, armed but not in matched gear like the Crucible Knights. At the center of the group, one woman looms over another, holding a flail. She snarls at the cowering figure. You've got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this was just your scratch work? It's nothing, I promise, just my notes, says Vienna. You hear a painful smack as the woman backhands her captive. We know you were meeting with the Crucible Knights. You think they're the only ones with power in this city? They call us the Dozens for a reason. Now, I won't ask you again. At a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. What's going on here? She tightens her grip on her flail. Nothing you need to know about. Fight. Mercenaries. Well, help a person in need.
Hey.
Lava.
Wow. Grieving Mother's good. Just knocks them all down. And charm them. Wow. Vienna's face is covered in bruises and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid hitching breaths punctuate her words. I was sure they were going to kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing as her knuckle grazes a bruise. What just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my, friend from the Republics. It looks like I walked into a trap. She shakes her head. The Dozens must have been watching me for a while. I'd been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly subtle about contacting me. What is this project? It deals with a rather rare branch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific without Commander Cleaver's permission. He commissioned it after all. She laughs nervously. And you can see the trouble a little indiscretion has got me into. Oh, so you're the lady I'm looking for, Bianna, for Commander Cleaver. Tell me about this by yourself. I study animancy in Ozia, back in the Valiant Republics. I came to Defiance Bay to research local advances, but instead of going to Brackenberry Sanitarium, I found a position as a scrivener at the Temple of Wayel. I've had access to many rare manuscripts that most animancers never see. She shrugs. Of course, I've had to keep my head down. I've been careful not to let the head librarian or my colleagues know what I'm working on. Let's get out of here. She gnaws on a split lip. Commander Clive of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him. I've kept it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out. She nods at Dog Winner's corpse. She took it from me when I arrived. She takes a deep breath. Anyhow, don't wait on me. I can make my own way out of here.
Indeed.
What? We earned 393 copper. We lost 500 to bandits. Unique heavy armor. Crushing defense. Plus loads more armor against ranged attacks. Like double. What? Whoa. Wait, that's this DR, but then 10 deflection. Wow, that's pretty good. That's deflection, not DR. This robust brigandine has been repeatedly reinforced by the Adarian adventurer who once owned it. Thickly padded, the armor was dubbed Aru Brekir, or Arrow Breaker. It served the adventurer well until her fame and fortune made her grow complacent. She allowed an opponent to get too close. While Arrow Projector protected her from projectiles, it didn't provide the same protection against a mace at the side of the head. Need his inventory and he's sort it out. Not eating this chicken. Gotta eat the chicken. Ada, think of that. Gilson's stash. Vianna's research. These pages contain Vianna's research on Ingwithan techniques for imbuing matter with essence. She appears to have developed a method based on her studies of animats. On the first page is a note to someone named Dunstan. Wait, Dunstan? Who's Dunstan again? What's Uncle Dunstan? Give Vianna's research to Dunstan. Yeah, it's the guy who wanted it. Oh, it's the blacksmith dwarf. Yeah. Hammer and chisel. I'll be alright. Thank you again. Kwezimian memories. I see a body on a beach. Team of mages and healers buzzing around the room. You see a body on a bench. A team of mages and healers buzzing around the room, shouting instructions and incantations. A pulsating crystalline device lies in the body's chest cavity, steaming slightly in the magically cooled room. The healers stitch the skin as a priest murmurs healing charms, and finally it is done. The body is again whole. The mages gather for a final enchantment as the others watch, a complicated ritual that has them sweating rivulets. A hush falls over the room as the body shudders, electricity arcing from side to side, eyes fluttering open. For a moment he's there, but something is wrong. He goes to scream, and he's gone. The room is silent as they trail out, overcome, but something stays, not quite tangible, and shouts wordlessly as it sees its own body for the first time. What a body experience. Just, what? The guy's alive.
I'm here.
Brian Walker. Memories. You see a young man contort, screaming, strapped to a wooden table. Above him a machine crackles, tiny strikes of lightning caressing his emaciated frame. A trio of mages chant around him, eyes white, hands lifted in benediction of their agonized victim. It goes on for more time than he could say before the screams stop, replaced by hoarse, stabbing sobs and silence. A silver-haired woman enters, kissing him on his forehead. Motherly hands soothing, cajoling. He quiets, unable to speak for screaming, and waits for a death he'll never see. The fuck is his memories? Real. See a dark, foreboding room, heavy with incense smoke. Two figures stand in the center of the room, performing some sort of ritual with slow, exact, deliberate motions. And this man follows along with the actions of an older man. It becomes obvious the older man is teaching the younger one how to perform the ritual. He calls out steps, corrects imperfections, and berates the young man when he missteps. Watching the younger man's motions, you note he seems to be intentionally making mistakes. But what he hopes to accomplish with this you can't discern. As the ritual continues, the master becomes more irritated with the young man. He walks over, leans in, begins chastising him eye to eye. This appears to be what the young man was waiting for. The young man takes advantage of his master's distraction, dropping the censer he is holding. He locks eyes with the older man, completely focused on his target. A wisp of energy leaps from the younger eyes to the older, and the master stands up, eyes now milky white, rocking unsteadily on his feet. The young man never breaks his gaze on the older, slowly circling him. He paralyzed spell. And he's almost seemingly disappointed. He stops toe to toe and looks disdainfully into the blank eyes of the older man. "Is that it?" he whispers, staring his master down like a stake. "How did I ever think you had anything to offer me?" He blinks and twists his head to the side, turning heel and striding from the room. And bright blue mist flows from the master's eyes and mouth, wrapping sinuous tendrils around his body. It slides across his arms, working its way to his abdomen, down over his legs. The mist speeds up, moving faster as it circles the master's body, glowing brighter as it does. The speed increases until it no longer looks like mist, but a shimmering cocoon surrounding the old man's body. A faint humming buzz emanates from the mist, growing louder and more forceful by the second. The young man stops in the doorway, looking back at the older man, only a mild interest in his eyes. With a whoosh, the air around the master ignites, starting him on fire. The smell of his own burning flesh breaks him from his reverie, and a scream erupts from his lungs. The young man turns around again, unmoved, and walks away, leaving no one to hear his master's dying cry. Well, nice to meet you too, sir. I'm gonna avoid this guy in the street. There's the thugs. What are you looking at? Get out of my face. I got nothing to say to you. Brigand? Shove off. We got nothing to talk about. Rude. Ramshackle house.
There's a picnic.
Eggs. There's just eggs in this house. Sooty playing cards. I couldn't get in. They said I wasn't refined or prestigious enough for their club. Elitist bastards. Sailors. I've seen great beauty in my travels, and here not so much. Sailor sniffs the salty air and turns her head to the side in disdain. With an assertive grin, this sailor turns his face to the horizon and the sea breeze. A touch of sophistication would do much good around here. You're from the living lands. You must have seen some crazy things. Oh, is that because I chose... Wow. But this random refugee would have said something else if I wasn't. Didn't pick that. Oh wow, the lights come on at night. Oh, that's so cool. If the Animancers caused a legacy, they have a lot to answer for. We've had bad harvests before, but this year was the worst I've ever seen. I'm down to my last few coppers. What am I going to do? These days it's rare to find folks who'll do so much for strangers. Why isn't the Duke doing more to help us? Business around here took a hit when Stalwart's mines dried up. I didn't want to come here, but my village wasn't safe anymore. Got to laugh now and then, right?
God's damn that son.
Excuse me? The angry woman clenches her jaw and stares out toward the harbour with glimmering golden eyes. Eventually sensing your presence, she turns her feathered head toward you.
Want to run it down on its luck, Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it.
Trading company? Ooh. She clenches her jaw and continues quietly.
As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
What's going on exactly? Do you need help with something? The woman stares at you for a long moment before before nictitating membranes slide across her eyes. Nictitating? Translucent third eyelid, present in some animals. It's like a bird lady. or something.
Do you want to help? Sure. Go into that warehouse and ask for a man named Vertzano. When you find him, throw him in a sack, throw the sack in a crate, and put the crate on a boat headed to Anchenzi.
Chenzi?
Or the bottom of the Pearlwood Gulf. Either's fine with me.
The woman looks back at the warehouse for a moment and grimaces. After a slight nod in your direction, she storms off. Valiant Trading Company. Can I get a trading company as part of my stronghold? And that increase income. Welcome to the Valiant Trading Company.
Good day, stranger.
The young woman stands behind the counter, watching you with quick, intelligent eyes. Welcome. This is your first visit to the Valiant Trading Company, is it not? Please, let me know how I can assist you. The tone is both professional and inquisitive. What is this place? The Valiant Trading Company is an association of merchants from the Valiant Republics. We oversee trade deals and negotiations on behalf of our merchants. She gestures toward the door on her right. This is our warehouse, where we store goods in transit. You have more business to discuss? Who are you? I'm the assistant manager of this warehouse. Currently, I help Vertzano run things, but I'll take over when he retires, or when the company bosses back home decide it's time for new management. She rolls her eyes. Do a cop save. Esteemed Mr. Vertzano, while your ambitions would dignify any son of the Republics, your methods do not. The Dukes have asked once that you see to the business interests of all the Republics. They are not given to asking twice. Vincent d'Agosti. Bundled navigational charts and nautical maps. A shipping manifest listing the cargo of the Principia Siamina. 400 shark skins from Rawatai, 20 bales of blackwood from the Living Lands, and 6 dozen barrels of the Adria Ale. Pretazar, keep moving those crates. For immediate transport to Rawatai, handle with utmost care. Bada. Mestre Vertzano, master. A man stands in the corner of the warehouse directing traffic. Gems wink from the many rings on his fingers as he points and waves at the labourers. His silk clothes, though finely embroidered, aren't new. You notice a couple mended seams around the shoulders and a discreet patch on one elbow. When he sees you, he throws his arms wide in an expansive welcome. Greetings! You have come to the warehouse and headquarters of the Valiant Trading Company. Consults a pocket watch. Some of the gold filigree is chipped away. But you are late. I sent word to the expedition hall yesterday. This delivery cannot wait. He snaps his watch shut. Tell me what you do here. I am a merchant from Anchenzi, the fairest of the Valiant Republics. Here in Defiance Bay, I run the Valiant Trading Company. He gestures at the stacked crates. We ship cargo to and from the Republics. We are part of the grandest mercantile organization in the world. Anything you can imagine, we can ship it. He grins. For a fee? Something else I can help you with? Shall I return to my business? I'd like to know more about the Valiant Trading Company. We are a confederation of merchants and traders from the Republics. He looks proudly around the warehouse. We sell all manner of goods and equipment, and for years we've enjoyed fruitful contracts with many shops, inns and armourers throughout Defiance Bay. His smile flickers. Is something wrong? It is nothing. He waves his hand. Only that competition has grown especially fierce in recent months, but I suppose this is to be expected given the legacy, as the locals call it. What's the delivery? Tugs at his beard. I must assume then that you are not from the company I contacted at the expedition hall. He waves a hand. But you are here, and they are not. It is a bag of bitter squash seeds, which are prized for their medicinal properties. Few merchants in Defiance Bay deal in them, but those who do know their value. I'll do it. He claps his hands together. Excellent. Now, deliver this package to a man named Gareth at the Goose and Fox in Copper Lane. He'll know what to do with it. He slips a bag of pebbly seeds into your hand. Return to me when you're done. I shall see to your payment.
Good day to you.
Rosanno checks his battered pocket watch. Better deliver that package, no? Business such as this is best concluded quickly. Who was that feathered woman outside? Ah, you must mean Palagina. She's the paladin in the employ of the Valiant embassy. He chuckles. She's a good soldier, but not so good at taking orders. Too hot a temper, I'm afraid. She seemed angry. He laughs again. That's no surprise. She's hot-headed. A woman in the brotherhood of paladins and touched by the gods in such an unusual way. To get rid of him or not then?
I'll see it done. It's finished. It's finished.
Save.
As you wish. I'll see it. It's finished. And what does the flame?
Walking through his warehouse and then just steal his stuff. Live specimens. Caution flammable.
I'll see it done. It's finished. Yes.
Zvef. Was I saying about the stronghold? Stronghold dudes. Like, she wants me to get rid of this dude. Like, there's no why. I don't seem to be doing anything bad right now. Just the taxes. Earned 393 copper. Lost 481 to bandits. What? Like 27 security. Well, currently building the Warden's Lodge. The Warden watches over the wilds near the stronghold. Maybe that'll help bandits. And clear out some proper woodland trails. Will that help with bandits as well?
Indeed.
A Tugo.
Hail, traveler.
Come to take a look at my wares. Exotic goods shipped straight from the republics in Old Valia. Whoa, lots of magic items. Selling dragon eggs and dragon meat. What in the hell? Selling dank spores. Oh, Vithrak brain. Oh, these are like unique ingredients used to primal rock. Oh. I need for enchanting stuff. Really rare. More pets. Oh damn, you got some stuff, dude. Can I not learn spells from scrolls? Any other grimoires? I think you can learn from scrolls. Dragon meat's so expensive. It gives you a good buff. It's only like for a short while though. Like a 2.5 minutes or to 5 minutes. Good, probably good end game stuff though. What finger gloves? 3 per rest. Touch of rot spell. AoE, faux AoE, corrosion damage. Over time. Well. Bad. Only affects enemies. Spreading plague. Hobbles and weakens targets. Jumps to nearby targets. Holy shit, pretty good. What's they? 1,000. These gloves were worn by a healer in Old Valia who lived in a village stricken by a terrible plague. While most fled, he stayed behind, restoring the few he could and easing the suffering of those he could not. In time, the disease spread to him, melting the flesh of his face and raising boils on his arms, but leaving his hands, eyes, and mental faculties untouched. His exposure to the illness had inoculated him against its most pernicious effects, leaving him disfigured but capable. Now, the Ring of Wonder grants second chance. What? Revive with 30 endurance from becoming unconscious. Whoa, Con might resolve. This is good for a tank. Second life. Is that passive? The Druidic Order of the Overts of the Golden Grove believe that the Ring of Wonder is a sapling of one of the great trees that surrounds Tir Evron in Twin Elms. One day they say it will grow into an even mightier tree, root-like fibers twined together, sprouting from a shining green bud. The ring adjusts to the finger of the wearer, but removing it can be a painful experience, as the roots bond to the flesh. Belt of the Stelgia. Dexterity. Commissioned by a wealthy nobleman in New Hyoma, this leather belt has been dyed to resemble the felines for which it is named, the lions. Much taken by accounts of the fearsome beasts, the eccentric nobleman gathered pelts and hunting trophies, though he had never seen any of the creatures in person. And when commissioning this belt, the nobleman insisted upon an enchantment which would grant him the Stelgar's grace and poise. Despite these mundane origins, the enchantment proved effective. While the belt won't guarantee that the wearer will land on their feet after a fall, we will see them back in the fighting stance more quickly. Reduce knockdown duration. +2 dexterity. Bell. Wow, the shopkeep here. His name. I'll trade for them. Cartugo in Ondra's gift. I write down all the items. Actually, I'll just write down locations of shops at least for now.
Good day to you.
Pretty good. Amulet of Jokati was to resolve. This amulet was taken from the ruins of Irglanfath by Imperial agents in the year 2664. After attempting to shatter the new and fragile piece between Gref Hadmouth Hedret and the Glanfathans, they found themselves in possession of the numerous powerful and mysterious artifacts. Aedirian wizards and animancers took a particular interest in this piece, particularly when an Imperial Watcher claimed to see the soul of the forests of the Deerwood within it. However, when one of the wizards studying the amulet was driven mad, research ground to a halt. The artifact changed hands, and it was believed to have been stolen back by a Glanfathan rogue. The teardrop-shaped amulet hangs from a silver rope. It bears an image of a cardinal in flight on the front of the runic engravings on the front, and runic engravings on the back. And wearing it produces a strange vibration that is felt rather than heard, as if something in the amulet resounds within the wearer's very soul. I believe the souls of the forests are contained within the gem and the amulet. Souls of forests can be captured as well. Cloak of the Tireless Defender. What? What? Modifies constant recovery. How? Unusable biophider. Does it improve it? The most famous battle of the Saints' War, other than the one that took place at Halgot Citadel, was the sack of Mercy Vale. While the main force of St. Waidwin's army marched on the Deerwood from the north, two brigades approached from the east, reaching Cold Morn from a pass through the White March. The villagers of Cold Morn allowed the Red Serens to continue unopposed, an act of cowardice that still draws curses from Deerwoodans today. The soldiers headed north, planning to join the rest of the army at New Yarmouth. The villagers of Mercy Vale had little warning and no time to prepare. They fought to hold the Red Serens back as long as they could. Though the town was burned to the ground after a few days of fighting, the delay allowed the villagers and tribes on the way to New Yarmouth to organize successful guerrilla campaigns. It's widely believed that the battle at Mercy Vale, as well as the many skirmishes in the wilds, kept the Red Serens from reaching Halgot Citadel before the Godhammer bomb was in place. When survivors and family members eventually returned to see what was left of Mercy Vale, this cloak was one of the only items that had escaped the flames. Completely undamaged, it draped the corpse of a warrior who had fallen in the middle of town, the body so covered in wounds that identification was impossible. Constant recovery. Many wounds, stabs and slices to take in there. Is that good for him? It doesn't say what he does. Bishalgwyn Mind Marker. Soul Whip Bone. Holy shit! I'm getting that for the Grieving Mother. Just 10% focus gain. What? Wow. This is how many spells basically. Faster, use spells more often. Bishalgwyn or Mind Hunters were known throughout Glanfath centuries before Aedirian and Valiant nanomancers introduced formal scholarship on ciphers to the continent. They were respected and feared for their abilities to perceive soul connections. When Aedirian colonists first settled in the Deerwood, they quickly aroused the ire of their Glanfathan neighbours by trespassing, sometimes accidentally and sometimes intentionally, on Engwithan ruins. An Orlan of the Three-Tusked Stelgar tribe, a mute but preternaturally gifted cipher, used her abilities to monitor the border ruins and track the colonists who encroached upon them. To aid in her investigations, the Anamfath of the Three-Tusked Stelgar gave her this amulet. Like Elder? Thought to be a relic of the Engwithans themselves. The public gift of such a revered artifact was a political move as well as a practical one, and it galvanized Glanfathan resistance to the settlers, particularly within Three-Tusked Stelgar. It was lost, however, when the cipher was killed in a raid on the farming settlement. part of the Three Stelgar tribe. The elder gave it. Yeah. It's early on when the colonists first arrived. Whoa, it's only 825 copper. What? Wild Strike Belt. Only usable by Druid, grants Wild Strike Burn on Spirit Shift. Extra damage. Seeking to augment the power he wielded even while in the skin of a bear, one ancient Druid crafted this belt, which taps into the power of a Druid's Spirit Shift to put added force behind each of the Druid's strikes. The belt is enchanted to accommodate whatever form the wearer takes, allowing those in more feral shapes to enjoy the benefits of this belt's magic. Shit, good stuff here for you, lady. You got Cloak of Protection. It's good for you. You got spell defense bonus ammo. See, even buy this cloak. What does it do? There's a few items I didn't say. The constant recovery is currently gain 7.8 endurance every 3 seconds. Plus 5 endurance. Top of that, this bit is a scaling bit. This is fixed. Okay, put the cloak on. It's 5. Another 2.5. Try it out.
Yes? Good day, stranger.
I have wonder as well. 6,000 would be good. 2 deck spell. What's Rogie got? What does Rogie got? Regen bell, another one in endurance. What does he got? Healing bonus. More dexterity on him. Yeah.
Hail and well met.
Can you have a bell? I love it. Much for her yet, yeah. Wow, that potion. Oh my god. I haven't got much money left now though, I should probably save it. At least 10,000. You know, I do want to get that Ring of Wonder as well and those gloves. Coming back. Oh, I wanted to buy these. I'm looking at great stuff. That corrosion damage now, yeah. Nice. Oh. How's this thing getting now? Turbo. Accurate 2. Exceptional require Bithrak Brain Rubies.
Good day to you. Good day to you.
Just want to grab that. Rubies. Got a little kitty cat. I think we've already got the beagle one. We haven't got that cat one. Animal fire. Some of these things are rare. Awakened Adra. Stelgar Tooth. Stelgar Tooth. Ogre Blood. Awakened Adra. We need some of this stuff for enchanting. Like, what do we need? Exceptional was level 8. Adra Dragon Scale. What the fuck? Bog Dragon Scale. Rubies, emeralds. Need to collect gems. What things we need? Define. Bithrak Brains. Sky Dragon Eyes. Kraken Eye. What in the shit? Kraken Eyes. Sapphires. I'm back anyway. Well, you've got some good stuff, mister. You got some better stuff now. Tide's in. If you're wanting to get down to the shoreline, you'll have to wait until daylight. or Madon McNeely. You see a man probing at a lock, hunting for the click, click, click of success. Takes him more than a moment, but there it is. Click. He turns the needle further. Click. A switch more. Click. His smile is all smug self-assurance as he pushes into the fortified building. He shivers as he steps over the threshold, pupils contracting briefly as the door swings shut of its own accord behind him. Click, click, click. Locked. He moves through the silent building, no subtlety to his search. He pockets nothing, despite the slack-jawed ache in his face as he passes over jewelry and potions alike. Nobody stops him as he slinks from room to room. He's alone, uninterrupted in his search. Finally, in a dingy, dust-encrusted room, he finds a trap door, carelessly hidden beneath a fraying carpet. The lock is rusted, old and crude, and breaks with ease as he takes his sword hilt to it. He whistles through his teeth at the collection before him, hammers of Adra, obsidian blades, dragon-scale armor. He replaces his sword with an enormous symboled blade of black, and takes as much else as he can carry. Dropping the trap door back down, he hears a wailing, piercing screech. And panicking, he tries to run, but his collection is too heavy. He curses, dropping all but a sword, and scales a bookcase to a barred window. He smashes the glass with his sword, begins to bash at the old iron bars, shouting in the distance, renews his desperation. And with a great clang, the bars fall from the window. He squeezes through the opening, every inch of exposed skin cut with glass, and runs, the obsidian blade on his back glowing gently in the dark night. Trick of the trap. More Sumnus. You see a man lying on a mat, restless in sleep. He tosses about, unable to claim total peace. Behind his lids, his eyes dart about, and small moans of distress escape his lips. He rolls around, moving from lying on his back to his side to his back again, sweat standing out on his forehead. The door to his chambers slowly opens, the weak light from the hall outside falling across the sleeping man's face. This man, much younger than he is now, steps lithely into the room. His feet rise and fall as he crosses the floor with calculated precision, never once making a sound. He approaches the man on the mat, slowly raising 2 daggers as he does. He stands over the man, staring down at him, intense hatred burning behind his rocky features. He doesn't move, a statue poised to strike at the man's bedside. The man's eyes fly open, blinking in confusion, trying to drive the sleep from his mind. He sees the boy standing over him, daggers at the ready, and the blinking stops. Terror replaces the confusion, and he only has time to say one word, "You," before the boy is on him. He drops, planting a knee on the man's neck, and plunges one of the daggers into his stomach. The boy leans over, tilting his head back to reveal a large black scar that cuts across his neck from the right side of his jawline to his left collarbone. The man gurgles and makes a muffled coughing sound, trying to speak through his crushed windpipe. The boy looks at him again, locking eyes and holding his gaze as the man slowly slips away. He then lifts both daggers and brings them down to the man's eyes. Damn. Do something to him. What I think.
Hail, traveler.
You met Till. An old man paces the dock and looks out over the water. He's fussing over something large and round, which he constantly shifts from one hand to the other. You're not certain whether his wide-eyed, gape-mouthed expression marks surprise or fear. It seems he isn't either. Oh, don't look like a guard. He examines you and your equipment more closely. Say, you wouldn't be interested in making some coppers, would you? He shows you the object in his hand. It's a large round opal with Engwithan runes carved into it. It glistens with his sweat. See the ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Tell me more about this missing cargo. He licks his lips. We sighted in cold morn, and we're making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went. Business as usual. What exactly happened? He massages the opal in a clammy palm. When we reached Aina's Rest, we may have agreed to take on a few crates from some place called Clearbin Milag. A couple of the lads stuck a peek at the cargo, saw suits of armor and a broken scepter. He shrugs. I don't know why anyone would want a broken anything, but these animancers will buy dirty stockings if you say they came from the ruins. He closes his hand around the opal in a white-knuckled grip. We were almost to Defiance Bay when the screaming started. I've seen my share of barroom brawls, but this sounded different. I was topside with the captain, but he and the first mate went below decks to see what all the commotion was about, and when they didn't come back, I looked into the hold. He shudders. I saw one of those suits of armor walking around all by itself. It was covered in blood. When it saw me, it started running for the hatch, so I closed it. He squeezes his eyes shut. So how did the ship get here? He rolls the stone between his hands. I'm just a deckhand, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best I could, but I hit rocks as we were passing Brackenbury. I barely made it to Andra's gift before I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. I'd given up on the cargo, not to mention the payday, when one of the lads pulled this up in the nets. He shows you the opal again. It's part of that scepter. From what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I'd bet you anything they're somewhere in the shallows too. If anyone could find them, there'd be profit to follow. There must be a reason you haven't gone looking for the rest of the artifact yourself. I'm lucky to have escaped the ship like I did. I'm not taking a chance with those things. What happens if I find the rest? You find the missing pieces of the artifact, and I've got an animancer friend from my expedition days who will find you a stack of coppers. Scratches his beard. All I want out of this is a few £100 for my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, I'll give you this stone in the name of my contact once you have everything. Immaterial regards the opal again. Seeing as the kid dredged this stone up in his net, I'd wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during low tide. Matil gazes out over the water. Anything else you need? Tell me more about the Thingwithin relic. Do you have any idea what your animancer friend wants with it? She was always tinkering with these things back when we were young. I used to think she was the fool, retiring to some dusty study in Brackenbury, but after that horror on the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. Matilda doesn't sound like a Deerwooden name. It's because it isn't. I'm from the Ixamatil Plains, a broad savanna north of the Deerwood. Not so different from the ocean in a way. There are places where you can stand and turn a full circle and see nothing but the winds making waves in the grass. He watches the surf lapping against the wrecked boat. But at moments like this, I wonder what business has a plainsman like me had taken to the water. How is business now? He spits into the water. I'll be glad to sail with captains who are more careful about their cargo from now on. I don't give a worm's wings about the Duke's trafficking laws, but I'm too old to fight ancient horrors. He takes a deep breath of the salty air. I just want to enjoy my twilight years doing an honest day's work. Tell me about Andra's gift. He scratches his sunburned scalp. We've got docks, fishing, and steady ship traffic. All this, he waves at the listing shanties crowded against one another. This sprang up around the docks. It's the poorest district in Defiance Bay, but one of the liveliest. He grins. For the lively, nothing beats the Salty Mast. You'd do better to ask a younger man than me if you want to know about the place. He nods toward a large round building to the east. Who cares about loot? We're heading there.
Place gets my blood going. All the right places.
So many spirits, yet so few awakeners.
These rocks made out of Adra as well. Look like it. crystals. Captain won't be happy to hear about this.
Where there's a pick, there's always finished.
Arseno? Hello? This young lanky sailor is wringing his cap anxiously, sweat beading on his furrowed brow. His eyes widen as you approach, and he takes a few steps forward.
How do you do?
If you've a moment, you're not from around here, right? You don't look like you're from the docks. He looks around nervously. I could use your help. What's the problem? Oh, thank you. They weren't lying, saying you're a kind-hearted sort. He runs a hand through his hair nervously. It's the captain, or rather, not the captain himself, but his chest. His sea chest. He keeps all his valuables in there, tucked away safe. I was unloading it with the rest of the things, while we were staying in port a couple of days, and... He coughs. I may have gotten a little distracted. Marcelo nods towards the buildings nearby. Wasn't gone long, just an hour at the Salty Mast. When I got back, the chest was gone. He sets a pleading look on you. It really hasn't been that long. Whoever took it can't be too far. But the shift's changed, and I'm on watch. I can't sneak off to look for it, and the captain will kill me if he hears of it. I'll get strung up on the yardam. Please, if you could go get it back for me, I swear by the flame, I'll make it worth your while. You can have my pay. I won't be spending it at spending it if Captain Fortinero finds out anyway. Any ideas where the thieves might have taken the chest? Well, the chest itself was pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked has seen it get carried around either. I figure they must have stuck it off somewhere nearby, or just out of sight. They can't have gone far. There's a pretty good lock on it too. I'm hoping they haven't got it open. Unless they take an axe to it, I suppose. Oh gods, he takes a breath. If they've got it open, I really am done for. What makes you think I'm not from around here? Gut feeling, Sailor grins weakly. I really could use your help though. You say I'm a kind sort. Like, you know like who I am, you know where I'm from. Okay. Reputation's improving. You're a sailor. Yes, sir. I signed on about half a year back. The pay's decent, and the sight of the sun coming up over the sea, I wouldn't give that up for anything. He sighs. I just wish I'd asked around about the captain first. Got a feeling, mate. Now hiring builders, no experience needed.
Good day,
Hello?
stranger.
As you approach, she eagerly turns to you. You interested in doing some construction work? Her clothes are simple but nicer than most you've seen in Andra's gift. Pays good money. Take it you're having trouble finding workers? Workers who aren't superstitious cowards anyway. She shakes her head. I offer good coin, but as soon as I tell them about the job, they say an oath to the Lady of Lament and spit over the dock. They all think the lighthouse is haunted, ever since the floods of Andra's gift. Sagani looks up at the tower. I suppose that's one downside to these big city buildings. No spirit ever haunted a hut on the tundra. Andra's gift was flooded. Back at the end of the War of Defiance, it was one of the finishing blows to the Aderian military. Cost us a lot though. The whole district was supposed to be evacuated, but not everyone left in time. The Aderians put anyone they found to the sword. The lucky ones who had escaped the slaughter drowned hours later when Hadrit's forces broke the dams. Admith Hadret. Aderians attacked here. Part of Admith Hadret's rebellion. Radmuth ended up killing some of his own people here. Didn't escape in time. Locals say the lighthouse keeper was one of the people who stayed behind, and one of the last to die. She shrugs. I don't know why that makes the lighthouse any more haunted than the rest of the gift, but there you have it. Have you gone inside? Who? Me? She laughs nervously. Not exactly. See, my health is rather delicate, and all that dust. She sighs. Alright. When I saw two Omara deckhands running as fast as they could down the pier, I lost my nerve too. I could take a look. Good. About time someone put an end to this foolishness. She rummages in her pocket and pulls out a skeleton key. As she holds it to you, she hesitates. Just be careful. Not that I believe the ghost stories, but it is an old building, so watch your step. Can I have two more questions? Do you know what might be inside the lighthouse? If only, Neo shrugs. It's been uninhabited since they flooded Ondra's gift. Tell me more about the flooding. Hadrid ordered it near the end of the War of Defiance. Yeah. You're not from Defiance Bay, are you? She laughs bitterly. Gave it away. The accent, or the fact that I was the dupe who paid good coin for this place. I'm from New Hyoma on the northern coast. It's smaller than Defiance Bay, so I came here hoping for some fresh opportunities, and maybe the chance to do a little good in this neighborhood. What are you building? An inn, allegedly. She brushes a single loose strand of her bun behind her ear. The gift needs a spot with a little more class than the Salty Mast. This district has been in the dumps since the War of Defiance, seemed ready for some fresh redevelopment. So imagine my excitement when I find this place, 3 floors tall and right on the water, for sale at a reasonable price. The seller suggested that there were other interested buyers, so I closed the deal before I'd taken time to really look into it. Stupid! She shakes her head. Being from New Hyoma, I knew about the floods, but I didn't know about the superstitions surrounding the lighthouse. The seller was long gone by the time I found out. At this point, it'll be a miracle from the Lady of Lament herself if I make my investment back. Let's do that now. I'm a watcher, I can see spirits, so...
That woman expects people to sleep in a place like this?
You know what? Someone else can do it. You approach the lighthouse and there's just like horrendous screams. Okay. Find the source of the howling noise.
There's a picnic.
Whoa! Just spawn.
Hey.
Shit, there's one more. Oh god. Wow, that's a good ambush. Priest seems to be good against undead. That affect us as well, yeah. Can't summon more than one thing at a time. Good ambush, man. Let's get our good abilities out. Let me use her encounter abilities. If she's unaggressive. Shit, the Grieving Mother is... Gun was against ghosts. Rogie, he's still alive. Damn, good ambush.
I shall.
Yes.
I'm here.
Do a proper save and then well.
Of course.
I see something.
Whoa, Rain Blight. Water elementals as well. An army of ghosts in here, man. Oh shit. Rogie got taken out. Dead. Need to rest up there, leave him out of the fight for now. Stable his AI.
I'm here. The better part of that. Hey.
Primal water, nice.
I shall. I'm here. Hey.
Lots of other people got trapped still as well. Charm a ghost. Can. Okay. Am I taking damage? Something hurt me. Something hit me with freezing damage. Draining freeze. Shade. This thing is cold spell on me. Damn it. Just gotta heal. Oh no, you're going for my rogue? Fuck off. Oh, Jones's scepter leveled up. Nice. Wait, what? Oh, I thought we got to this point already. Or did we reload or something? Plus 10% chance to cast Dominate on hit or critical hit. Ah, charm enemies. 10% chance to charm. It's insane. My health down so much, well. Keep going after me and the rogue there.
I shall.
Get a little ghosts.
I'll see it done.
Yellowed fading maps of the bay around Ondra's gift show routes through the locks between the dikes that hold the ocean route. Carved into the post is the name Merewith, a series of notches labelled with numbers. The lowest reads 4 and the highest notch reads 17. How high they were at different ages. Merewith, this is the name of the lighthouse keeper. Lighthouse tower key. Years of exposure to the wet salty air has made this key rough and dull. Evacuation notice. The notice is stiff with age and salt. A deer and reinforcements advancing. Immediate evacuation of Ondra's gift by order of the Duke Hadret. Selected correspondences of gift-bringer Aiden. Read this one. Book about God of the Ocean, Ondra. Up here.
What is it?
Stay there. Lilith. Shrieking sobs pierce your ears and rattle the musty rafters of the lighthouse. They emanate from the spectral figure of a woman hovering in the middle of the room. Each have their Each heave of her shoulders unleashes another hair-raising wail. She's a Sianguilla. Get closer. As you approach, the spirit's cries take on a threatening edge. The swirling mist around its legs ripples with movement. The black pits of its eyes level momentarily with yours. Back away.
Hey.
Logbook. It's not going to attack, then let's figure. Read the diary. Logbook. Logbook expels a thick plume of dust as you open it. 6th of Fornauton. Foggy. Port full. 158 days since sighting the Red Dream. 12th. Heavy rain. 2 fishing boats lost at sea. 164 days since sighting the Red Dream. 1st of Taratorn. Dark clouds. Aderian ships on horizon. 173 days since sighting the Red Dream. Last entry. Aderian ships on the horizon. What's the Red Dream?
That's not nice. What is it?
Rogi, load up.
There's a pig finished.
Light armor, Jack of Wide Waters. Wow. It's 4 DR plus 2 survival. Kakuma was a famed Omaro swashbuckler, the original wearer of this garment. She sailed from her homeland of Arawatai to the infamous Deadfire Archipelago. There she escorted merchant and passenger ships through pirate-infested waters. Among her most frequent clients were the Nasitaki dwarves, the ice dwarves, who ventured to the continents to the north on both personal and tribal sojourns. Her fair dealings, bravery in combat, and skill at sea made Kakuma a loved and respected figure in the archipelago and among the Nasitaki. That'd be good for her. Or Rogi?
Ready, Watcher.
What's she wearing? About him. What's he wearing? Oh, he's got delirium. Speed boost, puts per rest. Oh, that's pretty good, and plus extra dex. And recovery speed 20% already. Bit less DR, but that's good for him. Wow, those two things. I'll give this to her. Nice dwarf in blue armor.
Yes?
Hey. Well,
Him though, might notice something.
hey.
Lilith's shawl. Plus 1 stealth. Plus 3 perception. Nice, that'd be good for him. His cloak feels so light that it's easy to forget you're wearing it. The unmistakable scent of the sea breeze, cool and salty, wafts from the fabric. Though moth-eaten and ragged around the edges, it keeps the chill at bay. Its faded colours seem to blend in with its surroundings. She was a lady. Lighthouse keeper was A lady, okay, so this is her then. Yeah, it is her. That cloak, what cloak has he got? Will cloak. Does he keep getting mind controlled? Does he need will? Minus 12 from resolve. What? Oh, resolve is 4, so yeah. Mind controlled easily. Hold on to that though.
Hey.
Kill her then. Get closer again. The spirit screaming grows louder and louder. Its sunken face distorts, twisting into a long, gaping mouth filled with jagged teeth. If anything were to be able to quell the spirit's rage, it would appear not to be you. Back away.
I'm here.
What do we do? Can we do... Do we just have to kill her? Did we pick anything up recently?
Hey.
Deal with the ghost. Yeah. Let's save it first. Are there any other like way we like deal with the spirit? Closer again. Rage boils through the ghostly figure. He rushes forward, his jaws wide. Oh my god. Deal with it? I haven't dealt with it yet. Whoa, something a giant beetle. Hydra beetle. Oh, they're straight to me. Holy shit, there's a lot. I have to split up and go after others. Yeah. Bastards. Shit, a bit loud. Oh my god, homing missiles. Battle seem louder? No. It is pretty chunky though. You can always help that.
Hey.
The little kitty cat's still alive. Wow, 8 is tanky now though. Having a tough time with him. Damn, all these ghosts just appear out of nowhere and just surround us. Sons of...
Your thoughts must flow deep, deep.
Hey,
A better way to deal with her.
I'm here.
We need a rest.
I'm here.
It seems hostile. Let's go up to her though. Go talk to her again. Find anything else interesting here to use? I feel like there might be another option. I'm gonna talk to her again. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just rest.
Well met, friends.
Oh yeah, you can ask her. Have you heard of the Red Dream? Who hasn't? That ship's been running raids for decades now. Used to stopping New Hyoma laden with spoils from maritime traders. These days, I hear she spends most of her time prowling the Deadfire Archipelago. He points to a ship anchored in the distance. That's her. When she's at port, her captain, an elf named Mayerwith, takes her shore leave over at the Charred Barrel in Brackenbury. Believe it or not, she likes her creature comforts. She shakes her head. That's what I'm talking about. The pirate won't even set foot in the tavern on this side of town. It is high time for a new establishment. Ah, so there. Charred Barrel Inn in Brackenbury. Let's go there. Also, I want to rest. Might as well go to a proper inn. Looks like there was another option. Yeah, looks like she wasn't quite friendly. So, wonder what the Red Dream was. Charred Barrel. Let's level Rogie up and then rest.
Well,
More mechanics, lockpicking, trap detection. Ooh, new rogue ability. Less armor, but even there's more accuracy and damage. It's more defense, evasion. It's pretty good. 2 encounter. In one quick move, the rogue instantly switches positions with one nearby target, cancelling engagement if in effect. Can stop with an ally or an enemy. If it's an ally, it's just instant. It's just certain to succeed. If it's an enemy, you need to pass the enemy's reflex saving throw for it to be successful. Now does DOT. Wow. Reckless assault. Juices his arm even more then. DOT raw wounds. It's 20% melee damage. Oh, this raw damage. Ooh, and there's my accuracy. Way less armor. I'm doing reckless assault. I'm gonna get deep wounds next time. Oh yeah.
Well,
Get active.
Yes?
Oh my god. Which armor has he got now though?
what is it?
Like none. Ada 77. Holy shit, he's got like none.
I'm here.
He's got none, so now he's got like absolute none. 76, he's got 4. He had like 10. Yeah, no, 12. Oh. Even me, the wizard, I've got like 30.
I'm here.
Rogue can get one shot. Well, it's his armor, chance to hit.
Hail, traveler.
See your rooms. That's all you got. Okay. His willpower though, loads for the whole team. Do that. So rest up.
Yes?
Let's find Mayor with.
Greetings.
The upstairs. And a bunch of pirates. Here we go. Save.
Hey.
Oh, it's you. If I wanted company, I'd go to the Salty Mast. Wherewith's gold tooth catches the candlelight. What is it this time? Someone at the old lighthouse in Ondra's Gift was looking for your ship. Grieving Mother. There's pain in her mind, Watcher. The pain of a child's abandonment. It never goes away. I didn't peg you for a liar. At least not from what I've heard. She looks you over, narrowing her eyes. But that don't mean I believe you. She leans in, her voice a low hiss. You better explain what gave you such an interesting notion. The last lighthouse keeper watched for your ship every day. It's all in the log. No. Her snarl flashes a gold tooth. She turned me out. We were poorer than the fishermen who lived there now, and when she learned I'd put food on our table with stolen coin, she told me that if she never saw me again, it'd be the mercy of the gods. Her darkened eyes are filled with rage. I had nowhere else to go. It was a rough life until I rose to captain. She ignored the idea in advance to stay behind. I think she was waiting for you. She turns her eyes away. She was always so stubborn. Forget sometimes where I got it. She gulps down the rest of her wine. I'll go. Perhaps it will give us both some peace.
I'm here.
But was it mother and daughter? Or was it girlfriends? What? Hey, read that over again. Pain of a child's abandonment. Yeah.
I'm here.
She was the mother, she was the daughter. See this. She stole money and then fear of a child's abandonment. She left.
Don't bother the caddy, Tamak. You'd have better odds again.
Through sailing the seas. Mother wait for her daughter.
Indeed. Yes?
Hey,
Wait, the quest is completed. Ah. Are we going to see it or anything? Oh, is it like a reunion? What happens? What? That could have been great. Gotta talk to Nia now. Lighthouse is no longer haunted. Powers in this area.
Hail and well met.
You'll never guess what happened. Nia points to the lighthouse. I was keeping an eye out for you, and who strolls down the dock but Mare with herself? You should have seen the stare she got, but she just walks right into the lighthouse, never a word to anyone. And just when I'm sure she's met some awful fate in there, she strolls right out, still saying nothing to nobody. Now I'm hearing all sorts of rumours about Mare within the last lighthouse keeper. She shakes her head. I don't know what to believe, but everyone else around here is convinced that the place is safe again. I've even got a construction crew ready to start work. Oh. Nice. She takes a deep breath, a big contented smile on her face. And I know I've got you to thank. Here, this is for you. Come back when the renovations are done. I've got big plans for this place. How long will that take? Was it done now? Wow. Ooh. That was quick. Nice. Those lost in the flood. Oh. You put a book. Give the book here of those people lost in the flood. 900. Well, this is a different village, wasn't it? Not this isn't Andra's gift. This wasn't the flood in Andra's gift. Where is it? I thought this was a village somewhere. Yeah, it is. I thought that was book when I first read it was about some village somewhere. The sea is about Andra's gift. This. Wow. Put a book up there to remember them all. How do you like what I've done with the place? She dusts her hands on the clothing. The rooms are still under construction, but I can get you food and drink if you like. Got a dragon egg dish already. It's cool. A lighthouse turned into an inn. I thought it'd be really small. It's like a giant lighthouse. It's bigger on the inside than the outside again. Farmer's spread. Egg. Plus 2 might. Too cheap. And beef loaf. It's good for the tank. Max endurance. Well, no, chicken and con. It's chicken for the tank. Cookies. I'm gonna have to get some cookies next time when I get shopping. Plus 5 to max health. It's like nothing there. Intellect food. Fish casserole. Why is fish to do with manner and intellect in games? I love that. And Dex food for him. Dragon egg dish. Just max endurance, well. We got some stuff to sell there after that. Some battles. Book some more them. Actually no, I'd rather wizard guy than all the spells. Not that there are guns in this game. That's kind of cool. 3,000. A new loot. People say new things.
If it makes you rest easier.
It's always bittersweet sailing from home, but seeing exotic locations is always an exciting trade-off. Stalwart's mines dried up.
I'm here.
It's upstairs now. It's pretty cool. You just turn someone lighthouse into an inn. That's just cool. Oh, it's still building up here. That's cool. You already got people. We have our work cut out for us fixing this lighthouse.
Yes.
Nice to see you. We deal with as a rich colonial history. Pretty good place to settle. What about at the top? Smoking. Smoking on the job. Right then, that's a quest complete. Shall we make this delivery for this other dude? So I haven't finished exploring this place. Salty Mast in. Find these gems around the bay for this guy. Find this stolen lockbox thing, chest for this dude. Quite a lot of quests here, really. Oh, so can we get there? Only during. So you can get down here at night time. Okay, damn, I just rested. Someone was seen jumping over the side right before the ship broke apart. Oh, what a waste. That was him, Ixamatil. Salty Mast in. What a name. Otter's house. Some of the people you meet and fight in the world can be taken prisoner in your stronghold. What? You hear about the boy? Huh? The woman looks like she hasn't slept in days. Her hair is a rat's nest of tangles, and her eyes are lined with shadows. She casts an anxious glance at the door. Her eyes widen, somewhere between hope and apprehension. You hear about Darren? No, but if something's wrong, I can help with, I will. It's my son. His father, Wade, took him fishing 2 days ago, and I haven't seen them since. The neighbours are no help. The city watch hardly bothers with the gift these days. I'd be out on the docks looking myself, but I can't leave the baby. Her eyes wander to a crib. She lowers her voice. I don't dare take a hollowborn out, what with the violence near the brothel. Grieving Mother, I feel her misery, her pain. Her mind brims with it. You have a hollowborn baby? The answer is etched plainly on her face. Widewind's legacy is as potent in Defiance Bay as anywhere. People are scared, and they're looking for someone to blame, whether it's those women at the brothel or the families of these poor babies. So much misplaced blame, so much hurt heaped on hurt. She sighs and watches the motionless cradle. I don't approve of what goes on at Mayor's place, but these attacks won't earn us the God's mercy. It's only made it harder to earn a living. Tell me more about their disappearance. Tell me more about Darren. The ghost of a smile flickers across her lips. He's a brave lad, if a little too bold for his own good, but he's always been a dutiful son and a gentle brother. He's got dark hair, quick eyes, and a ready smile. When you find him, you'll recognize him in a heartbeat. I'm sure of it. What does quick eyes and a ready smile mean? Like description, not whatever that is. Tell me about Wade. She scowls and brushes a greasy strand of hair from her face. Sometimes I don't know whether to rejoice or rue that he comes home as often as he does. He spends most of his time and all of our money drinking at the brothel. Has ever since. Her gaze returns to the silent cradle. Oh. Where did you see them last? Wade was taking Darren fishing at the docks. That was 2 days ago. I'll be out in the docks and looking myself. Okay, I'll be back if I find anything. Otter closes her tired eyes, likely for the first time in 2 days. I don't know how to thank you. I don't have much to spare these days, but Andra bless you for anything you can do. Find Darren. A quiet, motionless shape is swaddled beneath filthy rags and moth-eaten towels. Grab his purse and go. The fuck? Noble. This man's fancy clothes are ripped and blood flows from a fresh cut above his eye. He tries to push himself up, but his arm is shaking. He winces painfully. Help him up. Thank you. He gasps as he rises. My head. What happened? He carefully dabs at his bloody nose with a silk handkerchief. I was just on my way to the club. He slowly stretches out one leg, grimacing as he's at his scraped knee. It's a rough part of town. The rabble's never been violent. Even a night with Ikali isn't worth this. He limps away. Oh wait, I can. Whoa, what?
Hey.
What? Okay, they're going straight for me. Well, that's nice. Okay. Being friendly. Oh, we start your line. We'll just go up and crit them now instantly. Oof. Boogie gets in there. Adria Animat? What the fuck? The fuck? Oh, I got binding copper from them. Nice. And primal water and awakened Adria. Whoa, I got some good stuff from them. Used for enchanting.
Indeed.
Within scepter spike. This looks like the top portion of a scepter. The short spiraled spike at one end for attaching the finial. Within Scepter base. This looks like the base of a scepter. It seems to have broken cleanly from the section above it. Do a proper save in the 9 and well.
Hey.
Whoa, there's Adrianimats. What the fuck? Animated armor.
I'm here.
What is this on again? I mean, we're doing quite okay. It's on hard. For Infinity Engine veterans. This game used the Infinity Engine then? Where... Was it just saying for, like, Baldur's Gate veterans? Path of the Damned. Hard is okay.
Yes.
Maybe we should have done Path of the Damned. Just got the AI on auto as well. Not having to micromanage. Muscles cling to the bricks and planks, their shells sharp enough to cut flesh. Engwithin Scepter Shaft. This broken shaft looks like it's part of a scepter. Inscribed runes invoke and channel the wielder's essence. Turn to Immaterial with the pieces.
Well met, friend.
Is this about the broken scepter? Oh, I can ask him. Have you seen anyone come this way with carrying a large chest? Come to think of it, I did. He points to the east. They went that way. Couldn't have gone too far. Have you seen a boy named Darren around here? I see him near every time I'm at port. He nods at the half-sunken boat. He's the one who found the opal. Good kid, despite that loafer of a father. Loafer? Scowl crosses his leathery face. Drunk more often than sober, and poor company either way. Spends his scant coin at the Salty Mast when he's got mouths to feed, yet he thinks his hollow-born daughter is a curse on his family. Any idea where Darren could be now? He frowns. Well, that boy loves the ships. He's probably playing pirates with the sailors if he hasn't stowed away with the cargo. Thank you. You see that lad? You tell him old Immatil remembers the deal. I owe him a basket of mussels for finding that opal. Oh, I hope he's okay. I already found the missing pieces of the scepter. His bristled eyebrows rise to a peak. You mean you got past those armoured monsters? I don't know how. He shakes his head. Listen, if you're willing, I'll give you this last piece. He holds up the opal. In the name of someone who'll buy it all. All I want is £200 for getting the cargo here. Sound fair? I've got a deal. He accepts your money and gives you the opal. It's still warm from his hands. You'll want to go to the Brackenberry Sanitarium and find Nans. She'll know more about this artifact. I know for a fact she's brought them from our crew here before. Nan? Nan's?
Yes?
Nan? I'll go chat with Nan.
I'm here.
Ah, I miss Nan. Remember staying around her house on the weekends or something like day or something. Just hanging out with Nan. What's this? Question mark? Quick, like a speech bubble. Darren. Oh no! A young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt and seaweed. His hands have stiffened around a dagger. A soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside fog. No. No, it's not the boy I gave the dagger. No. Oh. Please don't. He's totally going to fight the animats or something. Reach for the soul. As you reach for the soul, it lashes out. Glowing mist strikes at the air around you. The soul can't touch you, but you feel it burn with a feeble, uncontrolled rage. It's okay, I'm here to help you. The soul flickers. It ripples toward you, timidly at first. As it swirls around, you experience wonder, fear, and the joy of running between the ships at noon. With a jolt, it pulls you into the streets around the Salty Mast. Women with painted faces weave between men stumbling in and out of the lamplight. Father's gone in for a drink, just like always. He said he'd only be a few minutes, but it's been hours. The man guarding the door only laughed when you tried to explain this. There's always a back door. In an alley, two men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are streaked with tears. She's backed against the wall and looking away. They're inching closer. Oh, he tried to help. No. They killed him and dumped his body in the water. Oh. You step forward, and the men barely acknowledge you, but the woman looks at you, a plea in her eyes. You've seen that looking at abused strays. And your hollow-born sister, that time father took her from her splintering cradle into the field wash basin. You were brave that day. A knife is in the thug's belt. It's in your hands, and now it's in his thigh. You're swollen fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arm, and the muddy boot sails toward your face. Then everything is muffled by cold, brackish water. And the soul retreats from you. It pulses with a question. Did a brave thing. The gods will reward you in the next life. Darren's soul absorbs this thought and ebbs in the ocean mists around the dock. Disappears. Take the dagger from the body. Find who killed him. The boy's small hands are rigid in death, but you pry the dagger free. It looks too large and too expensive to have belonged to him. The letter B is carved into the pommel. I'll find out who did this to you. Darren. It's the last thing I do. Tell Oda about Darren's fate. we find someone called B first. In Salty Mast Tavern.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaroo of the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
This place stills your mind and distracts you.
Now to find a home for my other staff.
Milkmaid. B. New face. Welcome to the Salty Mast.
Hail and well.
What a name. Brothel. Your marrow woman watches you suspiciously. One hand is tensed at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if weary, smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble, are you? What kind of trouble are you having? A frown ripples across her blue facial markings. The kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have taken to harassing my hard-working boys and girls. And our customers, they started showing up after this rash of Hollowborn. They've been driving my regulars away. She looks you up and down, scratching her chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in places like the Gift. The word is you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Avar to bother with us commoners. I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. Getting a reputation and start mentioning you. Know you now. Tell me how I can help. Mia draws you closer. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me that these aren't random incidents. She places one large finger on your chest. You put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a real nice way to thank you. She winks. Got me? Ada, if she means to bake us something, my vote's for cookies. I asked you about something else? A knowing grin warps her blue markings. Now, just what can I do for a strapping lad like yourself? Is there someone here named Sorrel? She laughs. You must be new in town, dearie. She's only the most sought after girl in the district. You want to spend some time with her? Just ask. She's 1,000 copper for one night, but she's worth every pound. So they tell me. Fancy a go with her? She nudges you in the ribs. Best money you can spend in the Gift. Maybe some other time. She winks. That's what everyone says at first. Tell me about this place. I thought that was clear as crystal waters below the docks. She laughs. This here is the Salty Mast, the most famous house of pleasure in Defiance Bay. We've got drinks, beds, and good company to help you enjoy both. Grieving Mother. So many minds here, filled with lust, gaiety, but also with worry, heartache, and terror. She looks around at the talking, laughing, and drinking crowds. These rooms have been fueled by despair at the Hollowborn as much as by anything else. And her gaze returns to Maya. A shame that one would readily so profit from it. Of course, the club for refined and prestigious gentlemen is upstairs. You'll find several of the hardest working boys and girls in Defiance Bay up there too. To order refreshments. Not those kind of refreshments. Can we say something that doesn't refer? That isn't like an innuendo or just. walk into a brothel. Every word is just an innuendo instantly now. Trying to have a normal conversation here. Spirits. Oh, it gives you 1 DR. You only have 1 food. Ale gives you 2 DR. We have multiple food at the same time.
Hey.
And if I eat, drink beer as well. Can, wow. Even more DR? Wait. Need multiple foods. What if I eat pie, gives you meat plus 10 max endurance. On top of that, plus 20. They all stack, all foods. Oh no, it's suppressed. Okay, you have 1 of each different, like, stat boost though. Okay. He's got 2 con, 2 decks. Interesting. Let's buy all the food and scuff our face before each battle.
Gods keep you.
Ale gives you 2 DR, only 150 seconds, but so cheap. Let's drink it before every battle. I don't need it though, so we get battles are tougher. Intellect food. Loved it.
Hail, traveler.
Any of your regulars interested in earning some coin? Aye, if only so they can spend it again. Oh, recruit adventurers, that's what it means.
Welcome.
I'm here for some quiet time. Quiet, loud, however you like it, as long as you pay up front. I've got ladies, lads, and a few I'm not so quite sure about. Go talk to whoever tickles your fancy. Unless you fancy Cyrell, in which case you can settle with me. Can you tell me about Cyrell? She laughs. You must be new in town, dearie. I've read this. It's like a room. Quiet indeed. She hesitates. Oh, and if you bring any of your friends with you, just mind that you don't make a mess. The common room. What's going on here? You know what?
How do you do?
Shoot. Everything's an innuendo now. What do you know about these attacks? She waves a hand at the door. You only have to step outside to see it for yourself. Those thugs out there are just waiting to cause trouble for anyone coming or going. She sizes you up. Maybe they would have let you pass, however. Tell me more about your business. She rubs the back of her neck. It's not doing as well as I'd like with all this trouble. I run an honest enterprise, just trying to give folks a little rest and relaxation. She nods at you and lowers her voice. You help me out, and I'll see about getting you a special discount. Discount at the brothel. Big Dermsy. The ordinary man seems to walk with a slight limp. B. It was the letter B written on the tag. Is this the guy? Limp in his leg. He doesn't say anything, but he stops and regards you with interest. What's wrong with your leg? He just laughs and shakes his head. How much? Dermsy looks you up and down. He holds up 5 fingers. Can we finish the quest here and then invite him to a room and then murder him?
Welcome.
He's the one that killed the kid, isn't it? Yeah. Invite him to a room and then murder you for killing that kid. Throwing his body in the water. Oriko catches your eye. A golden hoop dangles from one ear, and his fine fitted clothes whisper as he glides over to you. You have me at a loss. How could I afford time with such a magnificent creature? What are you talking about? I'm talking about your magnificent eyes and perfect lips. Truly, it should be a crime for you to ever close them. He runs a finger along a perfectly symmetrical goatee. What can Oriko do for you? You tell me. Some things must be experienced to be believed. How much? For an evening that you'll remember in your next life, I asked for 300 pounds. Oh my god. Okay, time to log off. Captain Pepperjack, memories. You see the prow of a ship slice through the deck of another, a Valiant spice vessel, and are immediately accosted by splintering wood and panic. The pirates are upon the ship in the space of a shout, all elbows, gold earrings, and violence. Crewmen are hurled, shoved, and punched off the deck as the dog-eared captain boards. The hunt begins immediately as water begins to claim the wounded merchant vessel. The larger cargo boxes are ignored entirely in favour of the smaller, more delicate boxes and jars. The captain stands, water snarling around his ankles, as he waits for each of his crew to return to the ship with their plunder. And counting them off, he takes a running jump and grabs the railing, hauling himself aboard as the remains of the merchant vessel are devoured by the ocean below. The crew applauds, raucous cheers and laughter as they begin to sort through the valuable Valiant spices. The Fansington would eat well tonight. Fansington. By the flame, your mother never gave you the talk. You know what I mean? How do I, get started? Patron. Find the fellow you like and jiggle that purse of yours. Should do the trick. But which one? Blazes, girl. You can't make up your mind. Give me your coppers and I'll have some fun for you. Two ladies. In the brothel. Hello, lady. Well, hello.
Hail, traveler.
Not from around here, are we? The young woman's voice rolls with the saucy cadence of Andra's gift. You need a local girl to show you the highlights. Lucky for you, I'm one of them. You're a local girl or a highlight? She laughs. Both gorgeous. Both gorgeous. What else can you do with that clever tongue of yours? Jesus. What local attractions would you recommend? Sheffer winks. I'd rather show than tell. It's 200 for my time, worth every copper. I don't understand the locals. Why fight in the streets when there's pleasure to be had? It's not just the drinks that are stiff around here. It's the best place for a little fun below decks. A place like this reminds you that a sailor's life's not so bad. Sorrel's the pearl of the gift. Pricey is one too. They say that little Orland fella could shame us all. I don't know if I believe it. What is the expression? All hands on deck.
I shall.
Wade's eyes are red-rimmed and unfocused. He stares into a filthy mug as if searching for something. He shivers and takes another drink. Oh, this is father. He's still here? Oh, he's still fucking here. My god. Still fucking here, yeah. Your kid's dead out on the street. You left him out there. You got murdered, man. Grab Wade by the collar. Wade takes a swig, his fist sailing a foot from your ear. His momentum sends him crashing to the floor. He gets up slowly, clutching at the bar for balance. His eyes are filled with shame and self-loathing. What do you want from me? Your son is dead. Darren was defending one of the women here from a couple of thugs. I lied to him. It's not the truth. Oh, it's just gonna make it worse. I'll tell him. Wade seems to stare through you. My boy died while I was here. Otter, my wife, she always said I'd come to no good, but I never thought. Yes. Need to tell Otter what happened. What's the use? It's over. Our son is dead. She'll never have me back. This is where I belong. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I got me angry. I have a fucking wife, you bastard. You got your son killed. You went to the brothel and you left him outside waiting. What a dick. I had to murder him. Shoot that guy. See if we can convince him to go back to his wife, at least, somehow, and sort out his life. Ooh.
I'm here.
By the collar. Come here, mister. Son is dead. That can't be changed now. You have to decide to move forward with your life. He laughs bitterly. You've obviously never lost a child. My future's right here. He looks into his mug. And at this rate, it will be a short one. Ah. Well, come back here every single bloody day, beating your nose bloody. Yes. Wade looked into a mug between his hands. That's it then. There really is no going back. I failed my son. To everyone here, you might as well have killed him yourself. You what? Maybe it's no less than I deserve, but one of these days, I hope you get what's coming to you. Wade stumbles out of the bar, casting a final contemptuous glare over his shoulder.
I shall.
That work? He hates me, but F him. Still got a son, maybe hollowborn, but if we go back, Resting thug, what have we here? Another tourist and a gift? He nods to his shifty-eyed companions. Let's give him a proper welcome, lads. Let's talk this through. He draws a sharpened blade and smiles. I'm afraid you're missing the point, friend. I'm not in the mood.
Hey.
You wanna die?
Yeah?
This guy pissed me off and you're gonna attack me in the streets. Murder! Death! Death, ultimate death, die! I don't even care about the loot. I'm going... so angry I am right now. Otter, did your husband come back? You found my Darren yet? Lie. Oh, I don't know what to say to these people. Not tell them the truth. Don't be like the son that she's dead. He didn't go. Say he sailed on a ship away. Should I just lie to both of them? They want to sit down. Darren won't be coming back. Otter's mouth falls open. She stares back in shock. My boy's dead. That can't be. What happened? He was very brave and he should be proud. She sobs and quickly brings a hand to her mouth. Her eyes are bright with tears. Gods, how could this make it any better? I would never have let my boy die for one of those women. And yet, she chokes into her sleeve. I can only pray the gods will be kinder to him in the next life. Maybe there's hope for one of my children. For several seconds, she closes her eyes and swallows. I suppose it's better to know the truth than to keep wondering. Thank you, at least, for bringing me answers. Here, take these. I've been saving several keepsakes for Darren one day. You won't need them now. I doubt I'll have another child to pass them on to. Ring of Protection and Fine Dagger. Oh, I don't know what to do. Should I reload and just say if anyone is left to both of them? I gotta figure out a way of getting their family back together, or at least. Save it here. I'll reload and try just lying to both of them. See what happens. Oh, this is such a sad, one of the saddest stories, man. This quest. Oh, my poor boy. Oh. I'm gonna lie to both of them. What happens? Does he go back?
I'm here.
That weight on the shoulder. Darren boarded the Valiant ship. Left. Something more than a life of cleaning up after me, I reckon. He pushes himself unsteadily from the bar. I'd better tell Oda. She'll forgive me one day, and God's willing, so will my boy. It's better this way. I'm sure he'll be going to be a better man than me. Oh. Oh my god, this quest is making me weepy. You want to attack me? You want to attack me? I don't. Just die. Just kill them, guys. I don't care who they are. Chunks get onto the bridge. Key. Rusty bronze key. Quest item. Wait, what? What's that about? This old key looks like it's been rusted from years of exposure to the salty air. What if I confront that man first as well? That good-for-nothing told me that her son left. She shakes her head. Now he's back at the brothel. I can only hope Darren has something brighter ahead. Here, take these. I've been saving these for Darren one day. Still get the same one. Let's go back and confront the man who killed the kid anyway. We didn't do that. Told him the kid's dead, we didn't. I'm gonna murder his face too. People kill a kid, I'll go on a rampage and murder anyone and who had anything to do with it. I think that's fair. Judge, jury, and executioner. What's wrong with your leg, mister? How much? Since his trousers and gives you a salute. Whoa, what? I thought we... What happened? It all happened so quick. I need to reverse time and erase my memory. Thought we'd go up to a room first. Confront him. What happens if I hold the dagger? Quest item. Thug's dagger. This dagger has an ornate handle and a bee carved into the pommel. The kid stole the dagger from this guy's belt and stabbed his leg with it. This was, and he held on to it when he died. His leg and he's limping. Called Big Dumsy.
Well,
I'm here.
stealing on. Bold bills and receipts show amounts paid to mayor's staff as well as their expenses for ale, fish, and new linens.
I'm here.
Can't keep me out like that. Been around longer than any of them. I have no taste for frigid women, I'm afraid. Because you have no taste. Can I kill him somehow? Without pissing off everyone else? Oh my.
Hail, traveler.
Hail. The dwarven maid raises the hem of her skirt to show you a well-muscled leg. You've never experienced anything like this before. Trust me. Do you mean? Why, I could climb a tall thing like you all night. She slaps a smooth, firm thigh. Speaking in Elven? Oh, saying because I'm in Elven. How much? For a night that will knock the good sense out of you. Callie.
Well met, friend.
The pale elf's gold eyes are the colour of a winter sunset. She touches your cheek with a cool hand. You look like you've journeyed far. Let me show you comfort and rest. Tell me about yourself. I came to Defiance Bay from the frozen lands at the southern end of the world. Few of my people venture this far north, but none know how to warm a cold night like we do. Her skin seems to glow in the darkened bar. How much? Just 500 pounds to experience the most secret of the southern arts. That's where they come from. I wonder if people... I don't know. The elf's long hair frames high cheekbones and a long slender nose. It's not every day that the club gets such a breath of fresh air. Who are you? I'm a native of the Deerwood and an expert in the subtle arts. If it's practice, skill and finesse you seek, look no further. He wraps his tapered fingers around a wine goblet. Needs 600 pounds of my daily bread, whilst you and I feast on love. Special lounge is for members only. We'll have to show proof of your membership before I let you in. Bogey.
There's a pick, there's a way.
Jason. Jason? What's Jason up to? Looks like it's the kind of thing you're into, Jason. He's still dancing. Oh, still dancing, like, not bothered. It happens now and again. People murder each other here.
As you wish.
Not bothered. Club of Refined and Prestigious Gentlemen Guest Book. Oh my god. Well, I list all the people who come. They're like... who spend the night here. my god. Anyone we know? That'd be funny. Can I like confront them about it? Blackmail. Daenerys.
Yes?
Wait, these are not bothered. Save. Just did a quick save. I'd like not bother, just continue dancing.
Of course.
Where can I get membership? Ladies got to have her fun, especially these days. It's not just the drinks that are stiff around here. Maya could have chased the Aedirians from Defiance Bay all by herself. Flaccid scepter indeed. This place has tripled the demand for bitter squash seeds. Can't be too careful, especially with so many Hollowborn. You here to die for the dirty pearl? Sirel's the pearl. Just loads of like exotic clothing on the wardrobe. Sirel's guard. You want to meet Sirel? Talk to Maya. Keep an eye on you. What was that quest? Find and confront the thugs. Can we do that? Can we just murder them outside? Talk to Sirel at the Salty Mast Inn. I've met a young grandfather named Thristwin. The Brackenberry Inn. Oh, he and Sirel work together to steal like from nobles and stuff. Okay, let's go. Book a night with Sirel. Lines, tulips, listen to you. She leans on the bar, her black painted nails tapping the wood. What will it be? Any of your regulars looking for work? Hired adventurer.
Hello.
Adventurer. Can you tell me about this place? She arches an eyebrow. Every foreign sailor and visiting villager knows about the Salty Mast. It's the most famous brothel in Defiance Bay. She points to an Ormara woman. You want to know more? Just ask Maya. Same inventory.
Hail, traveler.
Here, someone named Sirel. 1,000 copper. Oh my god. You'll find her quarters upstairs. She lays a large hand on your shoulder. Don't mind the burly fellows at her door. They're just there to make sure everyone has a good time. This is where the stream ends, and and we all gotta just everyone get in the room. Powder almost hides the circles in her eyes, and Rogue dusts her two prominent cheekbones. Despite it all, Sirel is beautiful. She favors you with a smile she must have practiced and perfected. Hello, stranger. Let me make you more comfortable. It is rather warm in here. Wait, what?
I'm here.
Hail, traveler.
Also, so we got need to discuss with you. She runs a smooth finger along your neck and under your chin. Just tell me what you like. It's extra if you want to bring someone in though. Else in though. Your friend Twistwind sent me. He needs that medallion. Just moving on. So do I. Sorrel raises her chin. I offered him half of the money and he refused it. She crosses her arms and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he told you all about his broken clan. Did he also tell you that I got him where he is today? I really am sorry for him, but I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Earglan Fath. I've worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving it up just because Twistwind suddenly got a nostalgia. I'll buy it from you. Intimidate her after. Is there? I don't know if there's even a word to describe that after doing that though. I'll buy it from you. She laughs. It's worth 6,000 pounds. If you've got that kind of coin, I'll gladly help you spend it. Intellect. And within relics are worth a lot less second hand. You won't get more than 4,000 for this. Lion squeezes her brow. I suppose you're right. If you can afford that, it's yours. Here you are. She cradles a bag of coppers. I could be in a cottage in Brackenbury tomorrow. She looks hopefully at the medallion in your hand. I'm not going to tell you about your business. If you do mean to give that to Twistwind, it would mean a lot to me too. I hope he finds everything he's looking for back home. She pulls a Moonstone Ring off of her finger. Please, take this. It's always given me an edge with people around here. But I'm done with it, that part of my life. I was your last. Well, I'm glad I got in one. Sorrel's ring was to resolve. Useful for intimidation and persuasion. This Moonstone Ring features a large bright jewel. The gem's silver glow lends the wearer an air of charisma and determination. This once belonged to Sorrel, the most sought-after courtesan in Defiance Bay. Does that help us just resolve a defense? Now they can project to others. And it helps with mind spells, isn't it? Put it on her. Resolve. Turn to Twistwind. No one saw anything. We'll keep this a secret for the rest of our lives. It'll ruin our reputation. Whoa, what? There's a fog here now. What? That's so cool. Like, weather changes as well. Was that there before? We're back to Twistwind. Brackenbury. All our gold. All our gold's gone now.
Well met, friend.
I don't know what happened. It all just disappeared. 1-9. The fancy elf eyes you in your pack. Did you do it? Did you get the medallion from Sorel? Yes. Blitzwing's eyes are as wide and round as the artifact in his hands. You're giving my people a gift we couldn't possibly repay. I'll do the best I can, though. He shoves a bag of coin into your hands. This is everything I have. Take it, please. Thank you. You've always been an honoured guest among the Shattering Spear. Farewell. He hurries out of the inn, his fancy cloak dragging on the ground. Which gold did I get back? 2,000. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Spend 2,000, get loads of XP. And XP. Find the missing crates. The guy said he saw someone heading east in Undra's gift. The captain's crates. I'll go there as well. We fish exploring the whole of Undra's gift though. What does he mean east, like Brackenbury? She was still in Undra's gift. Killed those thugs. He went east. Sailor. Talk to the people. Cunt. Who are you?
Hey.
You steal it? A hooded figure leans against the wall. When he notices you draw near, he stands upright and raises his hand to halt your approach. If you know the words, speak them, and we can do business. If not, then we are done speaking. What? Yik Nibion Eldfion. I apologize for the unpleasantries. I am Kern, the Midnight Merchant, as some would say. I deal in sensitive commodities. Precautions must be taken. Now, let us do business. No way, selling these gems used to enchant items. Nice. So expensive though. Awesome. What are those? Undra's tooth. Large pearls, baroque pearls, tear-shaped, was commonly found and traded by Ormara. Adraban. White Adra. And lockpicks. That's nice. Those gems I need to upgrade our stuff. To save our money for now. Then I need exceptional. I need ruby, level 8. Then sapphires. And then the most expensive sapphires. Okay. Cool. It's a good little late. I might come back here and buy some. Have you seen anyone come this way carrying a large chest? It depends. Have you come carrying copper? Coins disappear from your hand. They went south, along the pier. There's gonna be a goose chase all the way around. Thugs. Ada? Walder Three Fingers. 4 people stand gathered around what appears to be a wooden chest. One of them, a grizzled and rough-looking character, looks up at you, then sneers. Took a wrong turn somewhere, did you? Best turn around and walk on. There's a sudden snapping sound from the direction of the chest, and the second smaller man lets out a frustrated groan. Damn it, that's the second lockpick. He looks up at you and stills. Oh. Waldo rolls his eyes and turns to you. You've walked down your last pier, mister. Yeah. Die, die, die!
Hey.
Damn. Guts everywhere. Nothing.
I shall.
The Z chest bears the large embossed sigil of a ship, and the word Fortinero beneath it in gilded letters is held shut by a heavy brass padlock. Could take it. Surrounded by scattered planks, it isn't clear whether this skiff has been half built and abandoned or cannibalized for lumber. That didn't last long. It's done hard as well. What? Damn. Right. Wait, what? Oh, we go further down. Jareth. You see only the barest glimpse of a jagged disfiguring scar before it is hidden with a hood as the man prepares to leap one window to another, scaling a trellis with soft gloved hands. He moves promptly through the upper stories of a careless city. The afternoon is lethargic, empty, and he quickly hits 3 targets. A scroll hidden in some noblewoman's cabinet, a bottle of dark red wine from a blackened and dilapidated cellar, and a pouch of coins from a sweat-wasted, overly rugged young elf. He buys himself dinner at an overly orange, raw-scrubbed inn, and swills the wine as he eats. When his eyes are on the door, he's barely finished when it closes behind a sour white elf, with red eyes demanding answers. And unperturbed, he kisses her on the cheek, discreetly placing the scroll in her pocket, before returning to his meal a significant deal richer for the gold in his hand. It's a trellis. I see an elven woman, her colourless complexion almost invisible amidst the falling snow. She's wrapped in white fur, tense-eyes squinting in the glare. She moves rapidly, boots barely marking the snow underfoot, snapping glances behind her. A howl rises, quickly joined by another and another. She loses a prayer to the wind as she begins to run. The walls gain ground quickly, loping effortlessly towards her. She fumbles with her spellbook, but it's trapped in loops of leather on her back. Cursing, she changes course towards a jutting outcrop of ice. She can hear them now, hot breath crackling in the frozen air. Breathing hard, she tries to run faster, noise crinkling against the sweat down her face. With a cry of relief, she reaches the ice and disappears. She falls into the small opening with a muffled thump, holding her breath as the walls try to attack her, confused, in the snow above. She shivers uncontrollably from cold or fear and tries to wait. Can we get there to examine that? You have to wait for the water to go back down. Take this box back to this man. And we'll probably stop there after that. I gotta buy the soundtrack.
Let's keep you.
Any luck finding the captain's chest? Here you are. You did it! I mean, I knew you would, but... Oh, thank you. It's all here. You've saved my life, friend. Truly. I owe you one. Here, the week's wages, like promised. No need for that. You keep it. Really? Then thank you again for all you've done. At least take this. I picked it up while we were in port and ate it, and as a good luck charm. But I want you to have it. I won't forget this. Drinking Horn of Moderation. What's that? Intellect +2 while above 50% health. Endurance. Damn. Wait, is that neck? I've already got intellect +2 though now. Bought that. The small drinking horn was commissioned by a group of road wardens who, after many dangerous journeys through the living lands, decided they needed something to commemorate their past adventures and steel themselves for new ones. Some believe that an entire set of these horns was created. Chanters of the living lands tell stories of men and women taking swigs from these horns, only to charge headfirst into battle, shouting elaborate insults about the ancestry of their enemies. But if the other horns exist, none have been found. Bound to the leather strap, the horn is encircled by verdigris-encrusted scale bands and is engraved along one side. Most of the script is long since worn off, but the words "used with moderation" remain. I already bought that belly amulet now though. My character. That's pretty good. Anyway, I think we'll probably stop there. The quests. Oh, these take the pieces to him. Let's look at the quest around here. Scroll. Do that package back to Gareth. And take Rihanna's research back to Dunstan. The Dwarven Smith of the Crucible Knights. In that, 07 and a bit. Oof. I think we explored most of the city now though. Hopefully finish off a few quests around here. Yeah. Stop there. Ooh, that's fun. Just delete some of that from the video though. Yeah. We'll stop there for now. Thanks for hanging around, chat.